Hello everyone, my name is Miss Khan and today I'm going to share my experience of my first attempt of TCF. So, in the very beginning, if you are looking to book your exam, go just book it now because you won't be able to get a date at least for 2 months. So, you'll always get a date after 2 months. So, if you are looking to book your exam, I don't think so. Anybody will tell you this that the slots are almost booked because nobody told me this as well. And whenever I was going to book it, I just got shocked because there was no date available. So if your work permit is expiring or you have some commitments, you have to make it before. I'll just suggest you to go right now and book your exam. So you will get a date for like after 2 months. Okay, let's come to my experience. So I have appeared for the very first time for TCF. So as I mentioned earlier, I didn't get a date. So I have to book it in Ottawa. I just got a date for Ottawa because on the TCF Canada website, they were showing that the registrations will open on 15th of June. Yeah. If you guys need the link of that website from where I booked, I can put it in the description. And there is another website. If you are planning to give TEF, they have slots available for TEF, so I can add that as well in the description. Okay, so let's come to my experience. So I haven't prepared like for a while. I just studied like I guess for 2 months, but I studied like properly. I was giving my full day because I wasn't working at that time. So okay, so when I went to that exam, I was a little nervous. Obviously, it was my first time, and then I got to know like there is all like everything is French. The moment you enter the hall, everything is French. So they talk to you in French. They try to communicate with you in French. You have to respond them. You can't say like, "Can you explain?" I think it will deduct your score. So I did that. Registration was complete. Listening, reading was done. So basically, I'm going to sharing my experience on speaking. So the examiner came upstairs to call me. I was very nervous, like after 3 hours of listening, reading, and speaking. So the sorry, listening, reading, and writing, and then there is speaking. So all four modules are on the same day. I was a little nervous, and then he came upstairs to call me, and then so you know what he said? He didn't begin the exam. He was like he started communicating with me like how was your exam, okay, and a lot of things, and he started communicating. So I'm talking about basically TCF speaking. So in the first part I was doing my introduction, and what he did, I was prepared with my introduction. So I know I have to speak for 2 minutes. But when I was speaking in the, I think in my fourth fifth line, he stopped me and he started asking me questions. Like he asked me random questions. So the first question was, I think it's most probably the questions you are talking about. Like if I talk about my in my introduction, like I am from here. I did my this studies in that field. So he asked me questions. Why did you choose this field? And then he asked me, why did you came to Canada? And then he asked me, what is your future plans here? I also have a list for these answers. I can also share that in the descriptions. Do let me know if you guys need it. And then he gave me a topic. He just tell me the topic by saying that topic. He said, okay, I'm working. Oh, sorry, I have watched a movie, so you have to ask me questions about that. So I have asked him questions about that. So I have asked a lot of questions, and then at the end I was still asking. So he stopped me like, Sava, Sava, you should stop now. So I stopped at that time, but at that time I was about to ask him like in English, like why, what happened. Okay, but I stopped myself. I got like panic at that time. And then at in the third part, there is obviously five, you have to speak for 4 minutes 30 seconds. I was very nervous, like which topic I'll get. I have prepared on all the topics, like which are most probably got seen in the exam in the last few months. So if you guys need that as well, I can make a video on that as well separately, like on which topics you guys should prepare to ace the speaking part 3. So I have started speaking. I was doing like, again, I knew that I have to speak for 4 minutes 30 seconds, and then what he did, he just stopped me again in the middle. And because the question was which age is appropriate for coming to Canada or for immigration, so I wasn't giving him that answer because I thought I'll give that answer in the middle or somewhere, because I have to speak for 4 minutes 30 seconds. But then he stopped me and he asked me, can you give me the answer, what is the appropriate age? So I'll suggest what mistake I did, don't do that. Just answer him in the beginning, in your introduction, uh, in your opening phrase, like what will be the required age. And then he asked me a lot of questions on that, like why should people come to different countries, and how they feel about that, what are their experiences, you think it's appropriate to come. So this is my speaking experience. I didn't got my result yet, I just gave my exam, but it was overall a experience. It was a good experience, but it was like, if you know how to speak, you know how to communicate well, then go for the exam. If you just know how to do your introduction and other, I would say don't go, because it will end up a difficult situation on you, and it will create a panic, because at certain point you need to talk to them in French. And I would suggest just read a lot of books, and make French in your, like, a habit in your daily life. Surround yourself according to French. Yeah, that's it for my experience. If you guys need more information on anything else, you can just comment below. I can just share my experiences, and I can also share my material. How did I prepare? So this was my attempt after uh, a year, but I didn't prep for a year. I just prepped for 2 months, but I knew my basic French. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe my channel if you guys need more information on that. I can also help you and share my notes. I have also notes for A1 A2 if you guys need, just like you don't have a lot of time to prepare A1 A2. I have notes, you can just read those notes and get yourself prepared for A1 A2. Thank you so much. Bye. Au revoir.